the fifth Sunday of Easter. The gospel today is very, very short, actually, just 4 lines. And in that gospel, 3 words, glorify, and 2 words, glory. What does that mean? The gospel opens with Judas has left. He just left in John 13. And Jesus is just talking now to those who will kind of follow him. He has already washed their feet, given them an example in this chapter. And he is saying, to really be a part of me is to glorify. What does that mean? How about if we said reveal, revelation, that all that Jesus is doing is revealing the love of God. And then he says, now I've got a way for you to reveal the love of God. Love one another. That's the end of the little gospel today. And you will glorify, you will reveal the goodness and love of God. What a great way to live. I have a little cold. I was flying around last week and I was wondering who gave me the cold. And then as I was praying about this gospel, Jesus is giving his disciples a warm, not a cold, but a warm, or a warmth, to reveal who they are, of course, and who God is for them. God is the revealer. God is the glorifier of God, revealing totally. And Jesus said, I glorify the Father. Here's an interesting word for me, 2 words. What is the difference between impress and express? Judas is making an impression with the chief priests and those interested in capturing Jesus. He is making a great impression. Now, an impression comes to make my image on something. Impress, to press it there. Express it's coming from inside out. And we are invited by receiving the love of Jesus, as was celebrated in the washing of the feet and other gestures of Jesus. He is saying, express who you are, who you believe you are because you believe in me. Express, let it out, love one another. And maybe that's the difference between giving somebody a cold and giving them a warm. Jesus is giving the disciples, the apostles, he's giving them a warm, saying, now, instead of impressing others, express me. And express yourself from within. Impressing is, I will do something upon you so that you will admire or celebrate or something. I want to impress you. Jesus isn't saying that. Jesus is saying, express what it is, what's in you. See, impress means I will do something so that you will impress me, or I will see that I impress you by the way I dance or sing. And it's a challenge, believe me, to every preacher and every celebrant and every one of us, what I do, is that an expression or an impression? Do I give talks or do some writing or anything so that I will impress them about me? So it's about me rather than I express it's about you. And the evil spirit can always tempt us to say, oh, aren't you really good? You really impressed them. And I'll say, well, maybe that appeared to be what it is, but I'm handing on a warm, not a cold. I'm not handing on a virus. I'm handing on a way of life. And the recovery of the church after the abuse and scandals and after COVID, how's the church going to grow? I think it's how expressive are we in the love that Jesus had for us, and how do we express that to others? And and that's what Jesus says to the apostles, people will be attracted to you and your group, and this is very strong in John's Gospel. They will be attracted to you by how you love one another. That the world is walking around looking to be loved, to be listened to be cared for. That's what it is to love, as Jesus did. So are we expressing Jesus, or are we impressing others? It's a real challenge. And the evil one likes to nibble at us by saying, you're heavy into impressing people. Impressing goes nowhere. Jesus impressed the people who had the 30 pieces of silver, but it didn't last. Expressing the love of Jesus is a revelation, is a glorification then. If glory is revelation, display, then when we do a loving thing within family, neighborhood, parish, we are glorifying, we are revealing. If we are impressing, then we're glorifying ourselves. Jesus did not glorify himself. If we love one another, we are expressing. It's about you. I'm loving you, not to impress you about my love for you. That's what Jesus did. And that's how we follow him. Letting him love us, expressing his love, and expressing his love through us to others. What a great way to live. To receive the Eucharist and to live it. To receive the Word of God and express it. Glorifying God, not glorifying ourselves. It's a great way to live.